Good morning. Time for breakfast. We're on Acts 23. And Shaul, looking intently at the council, said, Men, brothers, I have lived in all good conscience before Elohim until this day. And the high priest, Hananiah, commanded those who stood by him to strike him on the mouth. Then Shaul said to him, Elohim is going to strike you, whitewashed wall. And do you sit judging me according to the Torah? And do you command me to be struck contrary to the Torah? And those who stood by, do you revile the high priest of Elohim? And Shaul said, I did not know, brothers, that he was the high priest. For it has been written, you shall not speak evil of the ruler of your people. Now Shaul, perceiving that one part were Sadducees and the other Pharisees, cried out in the council, Men, brothers, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee. I am being judged concerning the expectation and resurrection of the dead. And when he had said this, there came a dissension between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the crowd was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, nor messenger, nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both. And there was a great uproar, and certain of the scribes of the party of Pharisees were earnestly contending, saying, We find no evil in this man, and if a spirit or a messenger has spoken to him, let us not fight against Elohim. And a great dissension having come, the commander, fearing lest Shaul would be put to pieces by them, commanded the body of soldiers to go down and seize him from their midst and bring him into the barracks. And all the people, and on the following night the master stood by and said, Take courage, Shaul, for as you have witnessed to me in Jerusalem, so you have to bear witness at Rome too. And when it became day, some of the Yehudim made a conspiracy and bound themselves under an oath, saying that they would neither eat nor drink until they had killed Shaul. And those making this conspiracy were more than 40, who, having come to the chief priest and elders, said, We have bound ourselves under a great oath not to eat at all until we have killed Shaul. Now then, you with the council, inform the commander to have him brought down to you tomorrow, and intending to examine more exactly all about him, and we are ready to kill him before he comes near. And when Shaul's sister's son heard of their ambush, he went and entered into the barracks and reported to Shaul. And Shaul, having called one of the captains to him, said, Take this young man to the commander, for he has somewhat to report to him. He indeed then took him and led him to the commander and said, The prisoner Shaul called me to him and asked me to bring this young man to you, having somewhat to say to you. And the commander, having taken him by the hand, went aside by themselves and asked, What is this that you have to report to me? And he said, The Yehudim have agreed to ask that you bring Shaul down to the council tomorrow, as intending to inquire more exactly about him. Therefore, do not let them persuade you, for more than 40 of them lie in wait for him, men who have bound themselves by an oath neither to eat nor drink until they have killed him. And now they are waiting for the promise from you. Then the commander dismissed the young man, having commanded him, Inform no one that you reported this to me. And having called near certain 2 captains, he said, Get 200 soldiers ready to go to Caesarea, and 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen after the 3rd hour of the night. And provide beasts on which to place Shaul, and bring him safely to Felix the governor, having written a letter in this form. Claudius Lysias, to the most excellent governor, Felix, greetings. This man, having been seized by the Yahudim, and being about to be killed by them, I rescued, having come with the body of soldiers, having learned that he was a Roman, and desiring to know the reason they accused him, I brought him before their council. I found out that he was accused concerning questions of the Torah, but there was no charge against him deserving death or chains. And when I was informed that there was to be a plot against the man by the Yahudim, I sent him immediately to you, having also commanded his accusers to state before you the charges against him. Be strong. So the soldiers, as they were commanded, took Shaul and brought him by night to Antipatris. And on the next day they left the horsemen to go on with him and return to the barracks, who, having come to Caesarea and delivered the letter to the governor, they also presented Shaul to him. And the governor, having read it, and having asked of what province he was, and being informed that he was from Kilkilia, said, I shall hear you when your accusers arrive also. And he commanded him to be kept in Herodes' palace.